Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
It sure is, Mike.
It sure
It
is.
sure is. Hey, little listeners, we hope you are having a fabulous week, and we hope to make it a wee bit more fabulous over the next hour.
Yeah.
Or so.
Or so, yes.
I am Priya, and I'm here with my co-host, Mike. How are you doing today, Mike?
I am doing fan-diddly-tastic.
Oh.
Or fan-friggin-tastic.
Oh, you sound like
Yeah.
the neighbor on The Simpsons.
Yes, that's what I was trying to channel. But what does he say? Does he say...
And diddly.
He does the
might be
diddly a
something
lot in the...
He does diddle. I sure hope he's not diddling.
No, I don't think... That's not what I meant. But I am doing... fine.
Okay,
I am
good stuff,
absolutely
good stuff,
fine. Yes.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And little listeners, thanks for tuning back in.
Yeah. Mike, as I was looking out your window here,
Yes.
I noticed that your entire backyard
Yes.
is covered
Yeah.
in leaves. Like you cannot see any grass.
Yeah.
Do you rake those leaves or do you leave them?
I will
Do
rake
you-
them and put them.
Do you rake the leaves or do you leave the leaves?
Oh, dear.
Okay, no.
And she's not even drinking.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I will rake them and I'll put them in the garden. I was actually
Oh.
hoping this weekend it was going to be nice weather, that everything will be kind of dry so I can put it through a mulcher.
You have a mulcher?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I have this thing and it's really bad. I impulse shop first thing in the morning. I don't
This is new information,
No, I
Mike.
know. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I will wake up in the morning and all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know if it's things that I've been dreaming about or whatever, but I've convinced myself I have to get whatever. And one morning I woke up and I'm like, I have to get this mulcher. Got the mulcher. It doesn't actually work the way I want it to work,
Okay.
but I spent enough money on it that
How much
I
money?
feel like I need to use it. It's almost 300. I think it was just over 300 bucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be either I'm using the mulcher that I don't like, or I'll pull the lawnmower out and I will grind them all up in the lawnmower.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
but
a
it's
lot
good
of
because
effort.
then I can put it in the garden and it'll
Right.
just decompose much faster.
But it has all winter. Like, won't it?
Yeah, but then it's just sloppy on the grass and everything like that. And yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Okay, I'm just
that.
going to leave mine.
Okay.
Now
Are
I
you?
well, yeah.
Then there's dog crap and no.
I'm telling you, it's hard to find the dog crap in the backyard sometimes now
Yeah.
because it all looks like the leaves.
Exactly. That is why you need to rake the leaves. Or is that why you're leaving the leaves? Because you can't figure out how much
No,
is
I
dog
mean,
crap.
Kaya does not poo in the backyard.
Okay.
Kaya is very particular and
Okay.
she does not like to poo. I don't know if it's because Toby poos everywhere in the backyard and maybe she's like, okay, his
not my
scent is
space,
everywhere.
yeah.
She will pee there, but she won't poo in the backyard. So she's very particular.
Unlike her owner.
I'll poo anywhere. I'm not one of those people who's like you, who waits hours to
Didn't
get
you tell
home.
the story about pooing in your backyard?
Oh, that story.
Yeah.
Mike, why'd you have to bring that up? I thought you meant that I'll poo anywhere. Well, apparently
Like you
I
did.
will.
Yeah.
But that was out of necessity. That wasn't just I was out there and I thought I'm too lazy to go back in the house. God.
Little listeners, if you want to know what
You
we're
have to
talking
listen to
about,
that
you're just going to
episode.
have to go back to the vault or
Just
whatever.
dig through. Don't worry, guys. No matter what episode you land on, there's a
There's
good
a-
chance I'm talking about my poo issues.
Poo, orgasms,
Yeah, something.
bidness,
Business.
whatever. Yeah.
It's always a bit of TMI.
I have this funny story to tell you.
Okay.
So before you came over today,
Yeah.
I was trimming my hair because I cut my own hair because there's barely anything there. So I just use a
Razor.
shaver and usually when I do that,
Mm-hmm.
I will do some other trimming.
Such as?
I'm at the age now where my eyebrows,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what is going on
This
with
is
some
the
of those.
boring version of other trimming. Okay.
Sometimes I end up with these crazy long eyebrow hairs, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, Jesus, it's like overnight. They just grow inches.
Mm.
So I've got my little comb and my scissors, and I'm
Oh,
trimming my eyebrows.
that's so cute.
There was one eyebrow hair that I could not get, and it was really frustrating me. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? Why can't I get
Right.
this? And it wasn't that I wasn't getting an eyebrow hair. It was because it's an actual crease on my fucking forehead.
Like, oh my God. You're like trying to get it.
Yeah, not only
Oh,
am I at
boy.
the age now where I'm grown these crazy old man
Yeah.
eyebrow hairs, but my eyesight is obviously going. And I can't distinguish the difference between a crease in my forehead and an
Right.
eyebrow hair.
Right. And also, you never like to wear your glasses.
No, well, I don't need them for close up. I need them for distance.
Okay. You cannot see the marks on our sound
It's
effects.
just far enough away.
That's like an arm's length.
I know, but they're tiny. It's tiny little
Okay.
writing.
Why
Even
didn't you
I don't
label
know.
them with a big? Do you have a label maker?
I know what
I
these
feel like-
are.
Okay. Was that an appropriate sound effect? Okay, that was good. That was good. Okay.
The two that I use the most for you.
That's right. Now that you have talked about trimming hair
Yeah.
and the other places you were trimming, which I thought was going to be a little more interesting than where you went, I would like to know, and I already know how you feel about it, but let's discuss our thoughts on genital trimming.
Oh, okay. What do you mean you know what I think about it?
Because I know that you don't like a clean shaven.
Oh,
area.
trimming is one thing. Shaving down completely?
Right.
No.
Okay.
I just think that adults who shave all of their body hair in their genital area, I just think that would be weird.
Because
I don't know. I just think that it would be like, it'd probably be uncomfortable because it'd be stubbly.
maybe, okay.
But I'm of the preference that I think there should,
Be hair.
I prefer there to be some hair.
Okay.
I'm not talking like, 1960s afro or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. I have to, I don't know if it's a trend with the younger gentlemen, of which I am an aficionado, but they do seem to enjoy a clean shaven
Why do you think that
for
is?
themselves. Like they clean shave themselves. And I rather enjoy that.
Why?
I think maybe they do it partly because this is a story I'm saying to myself, but I feel like some guy told me this once.
Crabs.
No. Ew. Oh my God. And not that he was telling me in relation to like us being physical, but that he was saying this is something that it makes their dick look bigger.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, we know how fragile the male ego is, right?
Good Lord. Yeah.
Anyways, but I just,
Seriously? He said that?
yeah,
He said he shaves because it makes his member look larger.
yeah.
He's that insecure.
Sorry, his member? Like member of parliament? You can't say penis? Or
penis?
dick? Or cock?
His Denis.
Penis? Yeah.
And you still sleep with him?
It wasn't somebody I was sleeping with. I
Okay.
think that's why he felt comfortable to say that to me. But I do like a clean shaven. Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I like that it's just clean and that there's no stubble to scratch my face or my lips or like
So wait,
there's
I don't
nothing
even know
getting
why
in
we're
between
talking
my
about this.
teeth.
How can they shave that down all the way and there not be stubble? Unless it was done like moments before you arrived.
I don't care when they do it as long as it's done. Okay.
So you prefer clean shaven to...
I mean, I like it. I will say that my experience in the last, I have not been with a guy who has not shaven it completely in the last maybe 5 or 6 years. I'm trying to think.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I
not
think
against
hair
it.
looks good. Little listeners, what do you prefer? Hair or no hair?
I would love to know what people think about that. Now, the other, thought I have about pubes is, sorry, this
On
is
our
brought up-
music, on our
brought up
lyric
so
and
many-
music podcast.
It's brought up so many things for me. It's like, first of all, do you have any gray hair?
In my private area?
Well, yes, that's where I was eventually going. But do
Okay.
you have gray hairs?
Yeah, I have gray hair.
Where? I don't see any on
I
your
have.
mustache or
There's
anything.
always a gray hair that like grows right at the front of my head on this bald patch.
Okay.
And then when my beard is longer,
Mm-hmm.
it actually is. You can't really tell there's gray hair in there. There are a couple of them. They're mostly around my jawline.
Okay.
But if I see them, I use tweezers and I pull them out.
Yeah.
So, because I don't have a lot of them, so when there is one, it
It's
really stands
noticeable.
out. But now that I've trimmed my beard really short, there's a lot of gray.
Really?
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
see anything though.
Yeah.
It really makes me angry how grays are so acceptable in men and not so acceptable. Not acceptable at all, really, in women. But I I have noticed the gray hairs coming in my eyebrows, my
Oh,
eyelashes
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
That's annoying.
yeah.
And then also down there, do you remember the
Oh,
Sex in the City episode where Samantha discovered a gray pube and she freaked
oh
out?
no, no.
And I think she called Carrie in. She's like, I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
gray pube. And she was like, that means I'm getting old. Anyways, it's a weird thing because when they're, like, I don't shave completely or anything. I mean, I maintain a nice garden.
Okay.
But when I see the grays there, I'm like really upset about it because I'm
Did you
not going to
pull them
pluck.
out?
No, that would hurt. You can't pluck that.
Have you ever had a wax?
I get waxed regularly.
And that doesn't hurt?
Yeah, but plucking individually is almost more painful. Have you ever been waxed?
No,
Anywhere?
not down there.
But
Oh, yeah.
where?
I used to get my neck waxed.
Oh, gross. I've
I
never
was
had to
young.
do that.
I was
thankfully.
young and insecure, but now I'm
Yeah.
just fine with
Do
it.
you have hair in the back of your neck?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never
I
noticed that.
keep it shaved.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. Well, that was a very
That was
weird bit
fascinating.
of chit chat leading into this.
Okay, I had other stuff I wanted to talk about. And now I'm like, maybe it'll go on too long.
Well, what did you
So-
have?
No, I think maybe I'll save that question for another episode. But I did want to
Okay.
just give a little update on in the last episode. I had mentioned one of our previous guests, Katie Preddy,
Bon Pretty. Yeah.
who had been on our one of our very first episodes.
She was our first
first guest
Yes.
and one of our very early episodes. Great conversation about art and music and how integral music is in her artistic process. So she and I went on a road trip to my place, Tara,
Oh, yeah.
this week because we had gone a couple of weeks ago as well to help another friend of mine who is a goldsmith, but she generally designs jewelry, like individual pieces for people. But she has now been commissioned to do this huge art installation in the
Wow.
county.
Okay.
And
Out
so
of gold?
No, not out of gold.
Oh, okay.
It was her own. It was actually a reimagining of a smaller piece she had done, also not out of gold. I think it might have been out of copper, but sort of a small piece that was maybe like 6 by 12 inches or something.
Okay.
But they commissioned her to do this piece, which is, I think,
Is
12 feet long
Yeah.
and like 8 feet high.
Wow. That's big.
Very cool. But Katie and I had gone out 2 or 3 weeks ago to help her with some of the materials that she needed to prep because she was using vines from wineries. And so we had to just clip all the pointy parts out so that she could weave it through the metallic
okay. Yep.
structure of her piece. So then we got to go to the opening
Oh, neat. Okay.
and the unveiling of it. And so that was super, super cool that we just to see something come to fruition. Like when we were out there in the rain and the damp, and it was cold, right? We're like
Yeah.
cutting all these vine leaves and vines and creating piles for her. And we're like, I have no idea what this thing is going to look like in
Right.
the end.
Yeah.
But then to see the final product, it was so cool. It's like this coil. And it's talking about grief and how we go through cycles of grief and healing in
Yeah.
our lives. And it's just the story that she tells about it was just really quite fascinating to see how concepts can translate to art.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I'll post some of the photos of that
that'd be
and maybe
great.
a little video.
Where is it?
It's in the county, in Prince Edward County, in Picton.
Okay.
I will put the name of the place that it's held at, but it was just a super cool way to see something that you're just hearing about as a conception and then seeing this final product. You know, art to me is just something so fascinating because I don't have any artistic talent of my
You
own.
do.
Not that kind of artistic talent.
Well, but artistic talent is in lots of different. There's
I guess.
you're an actor. You sing. You produce. Those are artistic.
I mean, I enjoy art of many forms and I enjoy participating in it when I can. And yes, I do love singing. And yes, I do love being the center of attention. But anyways, it is at the Carriage House, Macaulay Heritage Park. So if anybody is in the county going to visit some of the wineries or just out there for whatever, visit her exhibit. It's on till the end of February at the Carriage House in Macaulay Heritage Park in Picton.
Great. Well, that sounds like a nice trip.
It was a very cool trip. The other thing I just want to mention is that a friend of mine who listens to this podcast often and is a singer-songwriter of her own, her name is Sue.
Oh,
And
yes.
she has a gig coming up.
Oh, nice.
Yes, a very jazzy kind of gig that she's the opening act for an 80s band, December 17th at the Linsmore Tavern in Toronto in Greektown. So it's on the Danforth.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that. She's going to be doing jazzy songs with a vintage vibe and some Christmas songs
Cool.
on the 17th. So if you're in
17th of
town,
December. Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll be there. And yeah, Jason, if you want to come out and hang,
Yeah.
because you didn't get to see us at our first year anniversary, then maybe this is a chance. But anyways, just wanted to give a shout out to those two friends of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nice. Well, why don't we jump into the episode? Unless you
Yeah.
have something else you want
No,
to share.
that is it. We are on to our second season, which is super exciting. And we thought we would explore second acts of all different types.
Yes, that's right. And this week we're talking about musicians who left successful groups to go solo.
Yes, and that is some risky business right there, don't you
Yes,
think?
it sure is.
Kind of ballsy.
It is. And it's also kind of interesting who the people are that end up leaving the groups.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when you think about the art, like Beyonce, Justin Timberlake,
Yes.
Gwen
Stefani.
John Lennon,
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani. Well, John Lennon maybe not, but Gwen Stefani, Sting.
Right.
Like these are all quote unquote frontmen of the bands, right?
Was Justin Timberlake the main guy in that band?
I think that's the way it ended up being marketed. I thought that I think I've read that Jay-Z was like a equal Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake, but Justin
JC, you mean?
or JC.
Yeah,
Did I say
Jay-Z
Jay-Z?
is a bit, you did
oh,
say
no,
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z
Can you imagine
is
if Jay-Z
Beyonce.
was in that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In New York.
Oh, yeah.
Although that's not
That's
what
the
he
only
sings.
song we know of his.
But yeah, I think I think I read something that JC and Justin Timberlake were
The main singers.
the main singers.
Okay.
But then Justin Timberlake, he was marketing wise, he ended up becoming the
Yeah. I wonder how.
Wonder Boy.
Were you a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC fan? Who was your
Yes.
both, eh? Equally?
Yeah, I would say.
Equally.
Yeah, I loved the that whole boy band genre. I loved all that and all
Oh, I
those
wonder
girl groups.
why.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I did. I liked them both.
I was more a Backstreet Boys fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like their songs are still more iconic now. Because
Ain't nothing but a
Yeah.
no. and my-
Backstreet's back.
my-
All right.
I was off key. Ain't nothing but a no. I'm still
No, you're
off key.
still- Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a
Mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Now I can. Okay. Anyways.
I remember that Millennium CD. Remember that album,
yeah.
Millennium? I had a red Z24, kind of like a sporty car.
Okay.
And it had this big sunroof. And I used to have that playing all the time.
Oh, boy.
And I would, I lived in St. Catharines. I was working at the Y at the time. And I can remember I had a friend in the car with me and we went to a wedding together. And then we were that time in between the ceremony and the reception.
Right.
Where like they do photos or whatever, you
Yeah.
have to like fill that time. And so we were out driving, and at one point she turns to me, she's like, "Can we please turn this off?"
Oh.
Because I guess it was on. It was just always on. The
Right.
CD was always playing in my car, and I guess it had been playing for over and over
Oh,
again.
Mike.
And she was just like, "Please,
Just
can
a
we turn
break."
this off?"
Yeah. Okay. Well.
That's a memory I have of that. We went to see the Backstreet Boys together.
Yes, we did at the amphitheater.
Now the Backstreet Boys
Hmm.
is not a band where somebody left to do a solo.
That is not true, I don't think, because what was the name of that guy who did try to go-
Kevin left to do Broadway shows. The tall, lanky guy
Yes.
who always has the weird long hair.
Right, and who did very, very little singing. He was like the Posh Spice of the Backstreet Boys.
Was he?
Because Posh Spice did almost no solo singing in that group.
Huh. No, that's true. Yeah. That was a band that had a comeback.
Yes,
in one of our previous episodes, we were talking about comebacks. We didn't
That's
mention the
right.
Spice Girls.
We didn't that's true. We didn't mention them, but their comeback was not really to make new music.
No,
It was just to go on tour.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if I
That didn't
consider
really
that
count?
a comeback.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to this episode.
Yes, but we have lots
So-
of yes, okay.
Who
You're
went
right.
and
It
did
was
singles?
just Kevin. I had some examples of other artists, but they were from the
In Sync.
NSYNC. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those
Boy
they
bands
just,
all sound the same.
well, they just mingle in my head, like in terms of who was on which group.
Right.
Who was in which group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So where are we going to start off with? Because you were mentioning a bunch of people and you were saying they were the front men, like they were the lead singers.
Yeah, well,
that then went
I was
on.
trying to think, like, what bands do we know of where it wasn't the lead person of the band
Right.
that went to do solo work and was, equally popular or successful?
That is a great question. Like who was actually successful? I
Kelly
don't know.
Rowland from Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
she
She's fairly
did solo?
successful. Yeah.
I know, but what is she like?
You can't compare, like not
Is she
comparatively.
Beyonce successful?
No. But very few people are Beyonce successful.
Whatever.
What about Fergie? She was in a girl group before she joined.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. The Black Eyed Peas.
Yes. So she had a solo career in between, and then she also left the Black Eyed Peas and had a couple of songs like Big Girls Don't Cry.
Right. So, but she was the front singer.
Was she of that
Yeah.
of that female group?
No,
I didn't
of
know
the.
that.
Oh, I don't know the female group.
Yeah, like
I have no idea.
I never knew she was part of the girl band before she was
Right.
part of the.
It might have been. I don't know if girl. Yeah. Well, there's Nicole Scherzinger.
Scherzinger.
Scherzinger. Burgerlurker. And then Pink.
She was in a band.
Pink was in a girl group.
What
Yes.
was the band?
I don't remember.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but she was in a girl band.
was she the lead singer?
I don't know. I know.
We are providing
Yeah.
very little information.
Yeah. But my point being,
Yeah.
it's
What is your
not-
point?
it's not easy to think about artists that were not the front lead singers or the front people of the band
Okay.
who went on to do successful solo.
You're right. You're right about that. But then maybe,
It's because they
Maybe we
suck.
don't
That's
worry
why they weren't the front people.
well, maybe
No, I'm kidding.
no. It's interesting. Like because who else would go on? Like a guitarist? Would a guitarist go on to become like their own act? Like it's almost like you have to have the singing as a component of it to become a solo artist. And not everybody that we're talking about, like no doubt, wasn't a bunch of singers, right? Everybody, there were musicians, there were people who played different instruments and then did backup vocals, but we had a lead singer. I think we're talking about groups like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC because they were boy bands where everybody theoretically was the same caliber of singer.
Right. Yeah, like
But
One
that's not
Direction
necessarily
as well.
true.
Yeah.
Like Mick Jagger tried to go solo.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he did not succeed. And
Huh.
eventually came back to the Rolling Stones.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. I just thought as we were doing our very extensive research for this episode,
Yeah.
I was like, it would be interesting to know people who tried to leave groups and didn't succeed.
Well, who else is there that did that?
JC Chazes, also known as Jay-Z. Not true. But him and AJ McLean, who both tried to go
Oh,
solo
yeah,
out
that's
of
right.
NSYNC and did not do so well.
I know, but I think there's a difference there. Justin Timberlake left NSYNC to pursue a solo career,
Yes.
leaving the other members behind.
Right?
So JC didn't, I mean, he tried to do a solo, but I think it's important to kind of like put it into the context that
That it wasn't
he
his.
still wanted to make music and fucking band was like,
Right.
Justin Timberlake was the anchor and he said he
Yeah.
was moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Same with AJ McLean,
I know.
don't you think?
Well, I
the
guess
Backstreet
they
Boys
both.
kind of, actually Nick Carter did a solo album, didn't he?
That's right. He did a Christian
Good.
Christmas song album or something. So I knew there was a Backstreet Boy who tried to go solo other
Yeah.
than Kevin.
Yeah.
But he did have a minor success with that Christmas album, but that
What happened to the Backstreet Boys? Why did they
they're still
stop?
touring.
No, I know, but like when they were doing their independent thing, was it just like they took a hiatus?
I don't really know. Well, it says in 2006, Kevin Richardson left the Boys, but I don't know
I saw them when it was just the four of them. I saw them in concert.
How were they?
They're fine.
Because he didn't really do tons of the singing. So it's interesting that he would choose to go solo because he wasn't really one of the lead singers.
But did he choose to go solo or did he choose to go to Broadway? I thought that he went to theater.
It said to pursue other interests. So yeah, maybe it wasn't. Was he? I really didn't know he was a Broadway performer, and I wonder how good he was.
He was the Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera, wasn't he?
Well, then he would have had to sing, and he would have had to be a good singer to sing that role.
Different kind of singing.
Different kind of singing.
So maybe he has the voice
More
for that.
operatic.
He does have a deeper voice.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've talked enough about the
we have
Backstreet
digressed.
Boys.
Okay.
Who else?
Here's another
Okay,
person
sorry, go on.
who failed
Who?
as a...
Yeah.
This was surprising to me because I did not know she had left. Natalie Maines.
Oh,
From
right.
the Chicks, formerly the
I do
Dixie
remember
Chicks.
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know she had a solo career.
Do you know how she got into that band?
She replaced somebody, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
Who was...
They were looking for a new singer, a new lead vocalist for the band. And I think...
Like, was it just the two of the girls before, or did they have
the two girls are are sisters. Right?
They
And
don't
they
look
had...
like sisters.
There was another singer...
Okay.
And they wanted to replace her or something like that. And they were looking for a new lead singer. And the guy who was their like manager or something like that, Natalie Maines is his daughter.
Really?
Yes, yeah. And so as they were looking, they were trying to figure it out. And then, well, she actually, it just was happenstance is the story that she ended up singing for them. And they were like, this is the voice.
And what a good voice. Like
Yeah.
they're one of my favorite country bands, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that.
Chicks.
I love the Chicks.
Anyone else on that list?
No, on my... Oh, yes, one more. David Lee Roth.
Oh, yes. That is a really good one, actually.
But he didn't succeed.
No. Yeah. He did have, I remember when he released an album, but I do remember when he left Van Halen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyways.
And then there's Beyonce. She crashed and burned, didn't she?
Yeah. I mean,
left
that
the
was really
Destiny's
sad.
Child, yeah.
It was very sad for her.
Sad. Well,
So
what
we
do you
had-
think it is about why artists that are in these big successful bands, like why do you think that they
Well,
leave?
we are just guessing here, but I would think that when you have achieved a certain level of success, it probably, and a certain level of financial stability, then maybe you feel more comfortable wanting to pursue your own style of music without having to agree on everything with 2, 3, 4 other people.
Right.
Like it must be hard for groups that have been together forever and like to like always agree on the direction they want to go. Do we
Or
want
not.
to tour right now? Do we not want to tour? Yeah, or not agree.
And just
Yeah.
be forced to, because wasn't that Zayn Malik's, or like the story around him leaving One Direction? I mean, they were at like peak, and
Was he the first one to leave?
he was, yeah,
Okay.
and I think the story is that he just could not make that kind of music anymore. He had it just felt like he wanted to be making other music, and that was not the direction that the band was going in.
He actually left while they were on tour.
Yes.
That's-
The band was only going in one direction, and he wanted to go into.
He wanted to go in another one. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Where is it? No.
No.
Where's the wah wah wah? I don't know.
Or
if I
the
have
put bump would have worked too.
Yeah.
Anything would have worked if you had known which one was which.
I know.
Okay. Well, so he was the first one to leave, and he had some success. He did that great song with Taylor for
The
sex movie.
60 Shades of Grey.
50
Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey, which I did not see.
Jamie Dornan. Oh,
Oh, he's hot.
he's a.
I might watch that movie on like just in silence and just watch him be naked.
Yeah. What was that song?
Let me have a moment for that. Okay, I'm done. What was that song? I don't wanna
live
forever.
forever.
We're off key.
'Cause I know I've been living in pain, and I don't wanna something wherever. I just wanna keep calling your name till you come back home. Well, that was way off key.
No, well, she went high on that.
yeah.
Anyways,
I
that
was
was a
way
good song. I did like that song.
Yeah, that's
Very
good.
sexy.
Yeah.
Goes with the vibe.
So yeah, Zayn Malik left. understanding. So that fits kind of the narrative around,
Sure
having the
does.
confidence and wanting to make other kinds of music.
Yes. I think everybody kind of on our list, you could say that about all of them. They all had very successful bands that were kind of in the top of their game.
Mm-hmm.
So there would have been that level of, like even if I fail right now, I'm not going to lose my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the room, the comfort to experiment a little bit.
So the list that we have, little listeners, we've got the Jonas Brothers, we've got Zayn Malik, Harry Styles, and Niall Horan.
Actually, all of the One Direction guys all went solo. They all
That's
had
true. They
solo
did.
careers. Hmm.
Gwen Stefani,
Yes.
Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, Sting, Lauryn Hill, Diana Ross, and Michael Jackson. Of this list,
Yeah.
how many of these bands broke up versus...
Well, you mean after these people left, or they
Well,
went solo
NSYNC
because
has never officially broken up.
no, they went on hiatus or
Right.
whatever. I think that's what they call it for a lot of them.
And did the Jonas Brothers ever break up?
I don't
Has
think they really.
Destiny's Child broken up?
These are, I don't know, semantics. I think
I thought you were going to say, these are questions
we don't
that
have
require
answers.
answers I don't have answers.
We don't really have answers for these questions because you're right. Like they didn't really say we're officially broken up. It's just like we're going our own ways for now. But Destiny's Child, when was the last time they've sung together?
Okay, what's a band that broke up where an artist went on to be a successful solo artist?
When did they break up? Well, okay, the Beatles. Lennon and
There you go. That's a
McCartney.
perfect example. Yes,
and
they
Harrison.
broke up.
All of them actually then had their own varying levels of success with solo careers.
Yeah, yeah.
McCartney and Lennon, both huge. And Ringo and Harrison, not as huge, but still went on to do their own things.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Okay.
they came back and had like crazy top 10 and Grammys and stuff after two of their band members had died even. It's
Yeah,
crazy with that
that is
band.
totally weird.
But in terms of our list, I don't know. Did the Police break up or did Sting just leave? I don't know if this is even, I mean, how is that relevant?
I think
Is it just more you're interested to know whether if they were like, all of a sudden they were like, oh, we don't have a band anymore. What am I going to do? And they tried to go solo. Is that where you're kind of...
Well, because I'm thinking about what the question being like, why is it that these people that when they're at this level of success go on to pursue something else?
Right.
And I could understand if there are particular artists in these bands that are feeling trapped a little bit.
Yeah.
Or that they have this other kind of art that they want to create. And it's not that they're leaving the band.
Right.
It's just they want to do some other things. And while
Okay.
they're doing those other things, the band is kind of on pause. The Police, according to the Google,
Right.
the Police did not break up as a band. The popular Police disbanded in 1984 due to internal tensions and creative differences, though they later reunited for a world tour in 2007, 2008. After the initial breakup, this is the problem with the AI.
Yeah.
Like the Police did not break up as a band. After the initial breakup, did
Right.
they break up or didn't they
Right.
break
Make up your mind.
Yeah, these stupid AI. We're going to not read that. My point being, again, what is my point, Priya?
Yes. What is it?
My point is that if artists want to pursue other work, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to
Break up the band.
break up the band to do that.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, that's cool because like if we talk about No Doubt, they are reuniting to do a residency in Vegas. And even when you look up why did Gwen Stefani leave No Doubt, it says she didn't officially leave. She decided to put her focus on other projects. So you're right in terms of the semantics over whether bands broke up or just paused.
Yeah.
But then is it a pause if it's been like over a decade?
It's a long pause.
But what are the rest of
Something
those
that
bands?
you are not.
But what is the rest of the band doing during that pause? Are they still a band or are they just like, like drumming their fingers waiting for their band to get back together?
Well, that's what I was saying about these other boy bands or whatever, these other artists like AJ McLean and that sort
Right.
of thing. Like, okay, well, the lead singer's gone, so we have a choice to either try and continue on without them,
Right.
even though they haven't broken up or left the band. They've
Yeah.
just, like Zayn Malik did leave One Direction.
Yes.
right?
Right in the middle of the tour, too. That's
Justin
big.
Timberlake didn't.
Right.
He just went to pursue his own things. Yeah. Did Diana Ross leave the Supremes?
She did leave to pursue a solo career. I guess that band never came back together.
Were they a band?
So Diana Ross left the Supremes in 1970 to pursue a solo career, as we all know, and was hugely successful. And she was replaced by a singer named Jean Terrell. And then the group's name was reverted to the Supremes. I think it was Diana Ross and the Supremes, maybe.
Oh, right. Yeah,
at the beginning. So I guess she was always kind of poised as the front person of that band. And then it makes a little more sense for her to have just left because she was the star anyways.
Right.
They were kind of her backup singers. So I wonder how much success they had after that. Probably not a lot. But let's talk about some of these artists and look at their band careers and then their solo careers.
Okay.
So should we start with the Jonas Brothers? Because
Sure.
we were just talking about them. I don't know if we were talking about them in this episode, about their movie, A Very Merry Christmas.
I think it was a
A Very
previous
Merry
episode.
Jonas Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes, which I just watched a couple of weeks ago with Danielle and my mom, and we really enjoyed it. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
They are not scared to take the piss out of themselves and make fun of themselves, and it was really, really cute, actually. And then their songs were quite funny in it. So both Joe Jonas and Nick Jonas have pursued their own careers, successfully so. But they also, have you ever watched their documentary?
Yes.
When they
on
were...
Netflix? When they went back to their hometown?
And they talked about their breakup, and it was almost like watching therapy sessions between them. Mm-hmm. What did you think of that?
I found it kind of interesting, really, because no offense, but Kevin came off kind of like an asshole. I thought he came across as a bit of a dick.
I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Why did he come off that
I don't
way?
know. I think because in my head, I always thought of Kevin, I never listened to this band or anything, but when you look at the three of them, Nick seems like the nice guy.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
But Kevin to me seemed like the nicer, quieter one because he was kind of like, because it was always Joe Jonas, who I don't understand that phenomenon, but it was always the Joe Jonas show.
What do you not understand about that? The phenomenon?
I just don't understand why people think he's so swoon-worthy. But,
oh, okay. I think it's his eyes. They're very kind of, they have those, he has bedroom eyes.
And there's another Jonas too. There's another brother.
And he has his own successful music career.
Oh, really?
I only heard of him because I was obsessed with Joe Jonas's solo album this past summer.
That was one of your songs for one of our episodes.
It was. And the brother, who I cannot remember his name, but he sang on one of the songs with Joe on that album. And it was one of the songs I really liked. Apparently, Kevin Jonas is has a solo single out right now too.
Oh,
so I don't know if that's going to be a full direction for him or if he's just kind of going to sample here and there doing songs. But
I do remember a scene in that documentary where Kevin, I guess he was married and he had a kid or something, and he was telling this story about how he's like the Jonas brother that nobody knows.
Right.
Because he whenever he would talk to people and he'd say his last name and they'd go, "Oh, like the Jonas brothers?" As if to say like, "Yeah, I'm one of them."
That must be so hard.
Yeah, I guess if
and
you're...
yet, do you know that he was included in People's Sexiest Man Alive way back when the band was first kind of out?
I could see that.
As opposed to the other two who are generally the hot brothers.
I always thought that Kevin was the hottest.
Really?
Yeah.
Not me, but I mean, I think he's cute, but I'm a team Nick and Joe, actually. I like both of their looks. Anyways.
Okay.
But
Who
these
else?
two artists, like, I mean, we haven't really talked about the
Okay.
music, and I know you're not really a fan of these guys, are you?
No.
They're not really. What about Jonas Brothers?
I don't know. I don't listen to their music. It's not like I choose. Obviously I'm choosing to a certain degree,
Right.
but that wasn't, I never really got
They have
into
a
them.
lot of hits, man. They have some good songs. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all of their music and as their
I'm
solo
a sucker
careers too.
for you. That's one line I know.
Yeah. Say the word and I'll do anything for you. I'm a sucker for you. I love the chorus of that song.
Yeah.
I'll be dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I'll follow you through the dark. Can't get enough or something like that. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain. Maybe. And okay, sorry.
So you like them?
Baby, you know it. Yeah, I do. I do like them.
Yeah.
I like their vibe. I don't know. I like their harmonies. It's a good feel good story of this family band that is just, I don't know, successful. And
they seem to have grown up. I wonder if that was part of their resurgence, is that they were young and, a phenomenon. And then they went to do some, growing up well as independent work. And then they found kind of like their footing and had a way of coming back together. And
they had their come to Jesus moment, and come back to the Jonas Brothers. Yeah.
Come to Jonas moment. Okay. Anyone else? Anything else?
No, not on them. Not on
Okay.
them. But I think we should talk about One Direction because
Okay.
all of their folks went solo. And I think the two most successful, obviously Harry Styles, also doing a Vegas residency.
Oh, is he really?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
I know.
Huh.
And we haven't heard anything from him musically in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Well, he did that.
Since Harry's
Didn't
house.
he do a residency in LA? Weren't all those concerts in LA for that whole 2 years?
I don't know, but he is definitely doing a new residency. Or was that last year? Yeah, it's 20. Oh, no, there wasn't. There were rumors.
Okay.
Oh, my God. I really thought this was happening. We should cut that whole part out. Okay. Anyways, his musical career has certainly taken a backseat to his acting career. But Niall Horan is my favorite.
Yeah.
Or as you say, something like that.
Niall Horan. Yeah.
He's my favorite because I love that Irish accent.
Yeah.
And he's so adorable on The Voice. I
Yeah, he
love
is.
watching
He's a
him
cutie.
as a coach. He's so sweet.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you always see him with his eyes closed as he's listening to the music. It's just adorable. Actually, most of the coaches, they do that often. They just listen to the music and they're not watching the performers, which I think is it's fascinating to watch because you're like, what are they hearing that they want to close their eyes for? Like, why are they, all of them do it.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Reba, Niall, they're all at different times, just like listening so intently. I love that show. Okay. Who do you have on here? Who else do you want to talk about on the list?
Well, let's talk about Beyonce and Destiny's Child.
Yeah, that's got to be a hard one for the other girls to watch.
Well, and even harder for, what is it? It's Beyonce, Michelle, and there were 4 of them at one point.
There were 4.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowlands, Beyonce.
Kelly Rowlands. Yes, Michelle Williams. That's it.
Yes.
So Kelly Rowlands, Beyonce, and Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams is the one that is like, of the pecking order, it seems like in, popular conversation, she's the lowest on the ladder.
Yeah.
What does she do? Like, what has she been doing?
I don't know.
What does the Google say?
I'm going to ask. Okay, so she did reunite. They had a slight reunion.
For the Super Bowl, right?
Not for the Super Bowl, for the final show of Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So they did that, but I'm not really sure what else she's doing these days.
Like that, I think that group, well, even the Spice Girls, we can talk about them in the same vein. You have this girl group. Beyonce obviously was the person that was front and center in Destiny's Child. I don't know if there was like necessarily a front and center for the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I think that one was a little more evenly.
A little more evenly distributed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that for Destiny's Child, Beyonce leaving to go off and do a solo career, like I wonder what that conversation was like. Was it like, yeah, we're all just friggin' exhausted and
I know.
let's just put a pause and, take a break?
What can you say? Like if somebody wants to leave the group and you don't want the group to break up, there's not really anything you can't force the person to stay, right? So that must have been challenging. But I have information for you on what Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child is currently doing. She is starring on Broadway in Death Becomes Her, but she's also become a prominent mental health advocate and she's pursuing a career as a life coach.
Oh, good for her.
I know. I think that's really interesting. But so she gets to still kind of feed that pilot light of, wanting to be a performer. She gets to still do that on Broadway and then pursue other interests too, which is probably such a
Can
lovely
you
way
imagine
to...
getting life coaching from
No.
someone from Destiny's Child.
I mean, what would she just be a life coach for any person off the street? I wonder, or if she's kind of limiting that. Because how would you get over that?
As a client of hers?
Yeah, as a client. Unless you didn't know, because...
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now.
That was a...
Oh, that was Beyonce.
That was her first solo song. What was a big Destiny's Child song? I don't
Can't pay my telephone bills. Can't pay my bills. Bills. Bills? Wasn't it? Wasn't that a song?
I don't know. Oh, Say My Name?
Say my name. Say my name. No one is around me. Saying I love you. You ain't nothing gained.
I know that one.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
What? They had a lot of bangers. Jumpin', jumpin'. Remember that song?
Oh, yeah.
Emotion. That was a good ballad. Emotion taking me over.
That wasn't them.
Oh, that might have been...
That's Barbra Streisand,
No,
isn't it?
that was the Bee Gees. But
Bee
maybe
Gees,
it was
right.
a redo of it?
Oh, maybe.
Because it does say they sang Emotion. Okay.
The only Emotion song I can think of is Carly Rae Jepsen.
Well, she's always on your mind. You were always on my mind. Okay.
Well, how many more of these are we going to go into? Because, like, Michael Jackson...
Oh, I just think that's like... I mean, as an example of stars who catapulted way beyond even the success of their groups, like Michael Jackson has to be one of them, don't you think?
So, Destiny's Child and the Jackson 5, the Supremes, weren't they all groups, like Spice Girls, One Direction?
Were they manufactured?
These were all manufactured groups, right?
Not the Jackson 5, because it was a family.
Yeah, I know, but the father was the one that made them do it.
Right.
Like they were all bullied. It's very well documented. They were all bullied by Joe Jackson into being the Jackson 5.
Yes. Yeah, but I don't know about Destiny's Child. I don't know if they were... I think they were them. Weren't they just a bunch of girls that got together?
No, I think Destiny's Child was like manufactured by the father.
Yes, they were. They kept playing with different members, and then they got to that
Dixie
final group.
Chicks, yeah. So where I was going with that was that I wonder if that's also part of Pussycat Dolls, right?
Right.
I wonder if that's also part of leaving the band. Not the Police, though. The Police, they weren't. But my point being,
right.
I keep jumping. I was thinking,
Jumping. Sorry.
What if that's also part of what happens with these manufactured bands? Is it's exciting and you're young and you get to be a part of something, but then as you get experience and confidence with your craft, then you also want to explore your own path, your own kind of artwork. And
that makes sense to me. And I'm just looking at some of the other people we had on the list because I was like, okay, that is definitely true. Definitely for One Direction because they were put together on the X Factor by Simon Cowell.
Schneschlinger.
No, by Simon Cowell.
No, if you look at the documentation, you'll see she's the one who said to Simon Cowell, these here, when I put these together, I think there's something magical that can happen. And then Simon Cowell goes and creates them.
Okay.
She never got the credit.
Okay, it says both of them. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, she doesn't get that credit, does she?
No.
It's always Simon Cowell. Maybe because he signed them. Anyways.
Yeah.
But one of the other...
It's okay. You could say, go ahead and say.
You were right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. You're really digging for that one. You're often right.
Yeah.
Okay, but the Fugees, that was another group that I wanted to mention, Lauryn Hill and the Fugees.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They were not manufactured. So the way they got together was that one of the members met Lauryn Hill. I don't know how to say his name. Praz Casrell. Met Lauryn Hill in high school, and then his cousin Wyclef Jean joined, and they became the Fugees.
The Fugees, yeah.
Originally called Translator Crew.
Oh.
Anyways, and then she, went on to become her own mega juggernaut star, but terrible to see in person, as I've said a few times before. And apparently she's going on tour again. And I'm putting this out there to all the little listeners, and you share it with all your friends. Do not pay money to go see her live. She is terrible. And I'm not the only person who says that. I'm not the only person who said that.
It could change. There could have been some change in the way that she's approaching this tour, and it might be better. So little listeners, you can, if you want, take Priya's advice, or you could find out for yourself if you're a fan.
I'm just saying, if you are going to spend good money, like just go and look at some of the reviews of her live shows.
Yeah.
She's notorious for
Being late,
not
leaving
doing all her-
early.
yeah.
Yes.
And not putting on a real show. Like Lauryn Hill does not care about her live fans.
Well, hopefully Lauryn Hill's not listening to this episode and won't be coming after us for dissing her.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's listening.
Okay.
And anyways, it's the truth. Facts.
Facts.
Yeah. Snap, snap, snap.
All right. Anything else?
That is all we got. Do you have any artists that we have missed in terms of who went on to have successful solo careers or who left and had to come crawling back to their band?
And
And
if you have any tea
yeah,
on what happened
Give us
behind
the
the
dirt.
scenes of a band, maybe.
we love some good. Yeah.
Spill
How can they
some
do that,
tea.
Mike?
They can slide into our DMs on Instagram at The Little Podcast.
Yes.
That's the LIITL podcast.
Right, it is.
Or
Or?
they can email us at
Oh.
lifeisinthelyrics.
Two
at
ways?
gmail.com.
Amazing. What else can they do, Mike, that we might like
They
them to
can
do?
they can share, they can
Follow? And subscribe.
and they can subscribe. Yes.
Just to make us feel happy.
Yeah.
Don't you want to make us feel happy, folks?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening, and we will catch you next Wednesday.
Same bat time,
Same bat crazy.
same bat crazy.